All right, let's talk about a little technique here, plotting out your corners, plotting out your walls. I've mentioned it before, but I'm just gonna do it again because I just did a room, or in the middle of a room actually, that has quite a few cells, kind of side by side, with one square in between. They're all identical in dimensions. So it's a lot of like making sure you don't get the wrong square. Even one square too many, one square too short will mess up your whole map. And I wanna talk a little bit about that. So plotting your points. Here we go. All right. We've got this chamber right here. It's got cells, 3 of them that are 2 wide and 3 deep. So what I did was I marked it all with the wet erase fine point. You can feel free to mark on the outside of where you're going to draw because it's going to cover up that point. All these points are going to get covered up. So I had a point here and a point here. You don't see it at all because the marker went over it. Here you can actually see my point sticking out of the bottom here, but don't worry because when the chisel tip marker goes this way and closes off that wall, you're going to see it disappear. So I'm actually working in 2 separate areas. That way they stay dry. You don't want to work in an area that's too wet. This is an area I consider wet right now because I just drew 2 big lines. So go over here, draw 2 lines. This also helps cut down on errors because you're working in from both sides, so you're going to catch something faster. So if there's a miscalculation, you're going to see it easier. Whereas if you only work from one end out, which we are as a whole working from the corner out on the map, right? We're starting with this corner working out across the Mondo mat. But as we do it in each like kind of subsection area, I want to work from both sides, try to spot errors as fast as possible if I need to. You don't want to have to do something and then erase the whole area and go back. So you can see I picked a point here and a point here and a point there and there and there. I just plotted the whole thing. And I'm going to go ahead and draw it all and then, you know, of course, double check as you go. But in this area, real quick, the longest line is 15 long. That's pretty lengthy. That's going to need, as you go, kind of drawing it and helping it along like I've talked about before, so you don't end up just trying to go the entire line like this. Your marker will be almost dead by the time it reaches down there. So, and then of course more ink will seep down and then you can do it again, but don't try and do the whole line at once. Instead, work it down as you go while the ruler is laid out. All right, that's plotting points, guys.